Oh, welcome back to the morning show here on Arise News. It's time now to review headlines from today's newspapers. Steve, over to you, my friend.
Of course, we start with this day. Great, interesting stories on the cover of this day. Today, the lead story says, Babachir, Dogara, Convene APC Northern Christian Leaders Meeting. Resolve to vote against Tinubu, Shetima. And the riders, clarify the issues. Babachir, the PVC and our prayers will be our weapons. We will massively deploy them in 2023. While Dogara says Tinubu party made fatal error of judgment on Muslim ticket. I mean, it looks like the Muslim ticket issue is not going to go away anytime soon. I think that it will be a major campaign issue till the very elections in February.
Absolutely.
My fear, though, is I hope they're not weaponizing religion for political gains. If you look at the two gentlemen, they are bona fide APC members, but they're Christians. If you add Boss Mustafa, the current secretary to the federal government, to the equation, those are like the three leading names that many party members and Nigerians were hoping that Tinubu will pick from.
Right.
He didn't pick any of them. He picked Shetima, of course, because of the unsubstantiated feeling that the North will only vote massively, for a Muslim, for example. Right. We do not know the size of the Christian voters in the North, but a lot of people will argue that it is not less than 35%.
Right.
There is no guarantee that the 65% Muslim vote will ordinarily, go one way. So It's a tricky thing.
It is.
This is not 1993, 29 years ago, when Abiola and Baba Gana Kingibe did the magic. Will Tinubu and Shetima be able to do it? We're not sure. But what we have now is like a house divided against itself, when two leading members who used to be an Ashwaju ally are now saying that on account of this fatal error, we will work against you. That sounds like anti-party to me, but then are they going to behave like Chris Nwakobia, who says, soon I'm going to leave the APC? Will they leave the APC, or will they just work against the candidacy of Tinubu and Shetima because of the Muslim ticket? Interesting time. And then what will be the option? Will it be to now support a Muslim candidate, which is not that's not what you are trying to achieve, or support another Christian candidate? Again, it's not very comfortable to analyze these things because you are bringing religion that ought to be a personal, issue with your maker, with the Almighty. You are bringing it into the political space. Let's see how it pans out. Other stories on top of the lead. Wike breaks silence, says Atiku told many lies on Arise News. Declares he still loves PDP and had never contemplated leaving the party. Wike is talking. Wike will talk more.
Yes.
But we can sense the direction in which what he's saying will go. Clearly, he has declared that Atiku has not sent anybody to me, to make peace with me. He's sounding like a jilted lover who doesn't appear to be done with the relationship. It's sounding like if they come, and they appease me and they, rapprochement and stuff, maybe I might reconsider. But then
it's two different things, right?
Okay.
If we use your example, right?
Yeah.
It's the partner and it's the family. It sounds like you're still very angry with the partner, with the person who you were planning to join forces with. Okay. But you still would like to be a member of the family. So if a member of the family comes to speak to you and tells you, no matter what happens here, you're still valued within our family, I think he'd be satisfied. But he may also be very well, even more satisfied if a member of the family comes and says, listen, I know what you want. You want your wedding ring? You want an engagement ring? I'll get it from him. I'll give it to you. That would be amazing. I just don't think that that's going to happen. But I think the best of his options now is to have a good position within the family he's already agreed to marry into.
Wow.
I don't know if Isom Wike would appreciate our analogy, I have to say.
I mean,
so if he comes knocking, I'm sending him your way. I'm just telling you now.
Well, I mean, I hope that you appreciate the analogy, but then we want to hear more from him.
Right.
We want to hear more from him. I do not like, we said it several times on this program, I don't think he will leave the PDP. It won't pay him to leave the PDP. But then what's the deal? Even if Atiku reaches out to him, what will be the deal? You can't drop Okowa for him anyway, Wike will tell you that with or without them, he can retain Rivers State for PDP and succeed in installing, his successor.
Yes.
That's the best deal he can get, except, of course, that if Atiku wins, he gets a good position.
Yes, or some type of
at the
position.
federal, he's been minister anyway, if he gets something. But again, they will need to sort it. And I think they should listen to that, your analogy.
Right.
The ring, the suitor, the
family. It's more than just the suitor. It's the ring and the family you're marrying into. So which one, if you had the choice out of the three, which one is the most important to you?
Absolutely.
Perhaps just being a member of the family, who knows?
He should stick with the family, right?
I think he should stick with the family. I think he's got the strongest position there in the family. Because if you stick with the suitor, especially since he's already decided who he wants to marry, what position is there for you, right? There are no spoils there, but if you stay within the family, then you can navigate a stronger position there and bring in your own bride and take it from there.
I just hope that Atiku will not feel that he calls me a liar. He calls me a liar. But let's see what happens.
Let's see. Wike still has much to say. He still has more to say, and we're hoping that he will speak. And we'll understand a bit more about what he's got to say.
All right. Startled by terror attacks, army repositions, appoints new commanders. That's a story on page 8. An important story. Somehow, I feel that the Nigerian army will not let us down. I sense, of course, that there is sabotage in all of these insecurity things. I think that there is greed involved, and that a lot of the generals got carried away because they can make money. When there's trouble, you make more money. But I think that as a whole, as a collective, I think the Nigerian army will not, let us down, because a lot is at stake, and their own integrity and survival as individuals, is also at stake at this point. Let's see how far they can go. Let's see how much more the system can push them to deliver. This is a war that they will have to fight to win.
Exactly.
For their own sake.
Exactly.
For their own sake. On top of the masthead, Emirates cuts flights to Lagos due to $85 million trapped revenue. I mean, how worse can this get? This the crisis in the aviation, the aviation sector. I sympathize with them, but then we're just feeling the pain.
Absolutely.
As travelers, as citizens, it's horrible. On the window, Benin youths, a massive protest against Obaseki's museum, demand immediate commencement of work on Royal Museum. This is an intriguing, interesting story that this day has chosen to stay with, and I love it.
It is interesting.
Governor Obaseki will have to wake up and smell the coffee.
Okay.
You can't win this war against the Oba of Benin. And I'm surprised that he's now thinking of Edo Museum of West African Arts. 3 years ago, Obaseki was the key promoter of the Royal Museum of Edo. So what has changed? Because you do not, you are at, daggers drawn with the king, and you are not saying, I will not do Royal Museum again. We do Edo Museum. You are going to leave that seat in a few years.
Eventually.
In a few years, the Oba will remain. I hope that somebody talks sense to him.
Yes.
And I hope that
maybe we should dash him another analogy and see if he can,
in a few seconds, yes. How would that be? Family.
You started off with waking up. You started with waking up and smelling the coffee, right?
Yeah.
Maybe coffee is not his thing. Do you understand what I mean? Like, how can I wake up and smell this reality if this is not what I want to consume? You have to think about maybe it's Zobo. He has to wake up and
Zobo. They said that the governor has been banning certain levels of people in Benin these days. I hope that he won't ban Zobo. Smell the Zobo. All right, and that brings us to the end of the morning show today. Thank you for watching and do stay safe. I'm Steve Ayorinde.
And I'm Adefemi Akinsanya from our entire team here in Lagos, Nigeria. Enjoy the rest of your morning and, of course, the rest of your day. Goodbye.